Jesus performed incredible miracles everyone knows, healing the sick, raising the dead, walking on water. But some of his miracles were downright bizarre. 1. Spitting in mud to heal blindness. John 9 verses 6 to 7. Jesus spit on the ground, made mud with his saliva, rubbed it on a blind man's eyes, then told him to wash in a pool. Why mud and spit? Seemed unsanitary and weird, but the man gained sight. Jesus used unusual methods to show his power works beyond human logic. 2. Cursing a fig tree to death. Mark 11 verses 12 to 14, 20 to 21. Jesus was hungry, found a fig tree with no fruit, it wasn't even fig season, and cursed it. The next day, it was completely withered to the roots. This wasn't random anger, it was a prophetic sign about Israel's spiritual fruitlessness. Still weird though. 3. Catching a fish with tax money in its mouth. Matthew 17 verses 24 to 27. When asked about temple tax, Jesus told Peter to catch a fish, and the first fish would have a coin in its mouth, exactly enough for both their taxes. Imagine a fish swimming around with money in its mouth. Divine provision through the most unexpected method. 4. Healing a deaf man by sticking fingers in his ears and spitting. Mark 7 verses 33 to 35. Jesus put his fingers in a man's ears, spit, touched his tongue, looked to heaven, and said, Ephphatha, be opened. The man could immediately hear and speak clearly. Why the spit and fingers? Jesus met people where they were, using physical touch they could understand. 5. Long-distance healing without being present. John 4 verses 46 to 54. A royal official begged Jesus to heal his dying son. Jesus didn't go with him, just said, your son will live. At that exact moment miles away, the fever left. Jesus proved his power transcends physical presence and distance. 6. Withering a man's hand then restoring it. Luke 6 verses 6 to 10. On the Sabbath, Jesus told a man with a shriveled hand to stretch it out, and it was completely restored. Religious leaders were furious he worked on Sabbath. Jesus showed mercy and healing trumped religious rules. 7. Healing a woman who touched his cloak in a crowd. Mark 5 verses 25 to 34. A bleeding woman touched Jesus' garment in a massive crowd, and power went out from him. He felt it. He stopped everything to acknowledge her faith. Physical contact with Jesus brought supernatural healing. The pattern, Jesus' weird miracles showed his power works through unconventional methods, teaching that God's ways aren't our ways. Isaiah 55 verses 8 to 9. He's not limited by human logic, medical science, or physical laws.